One-Verse. My name is Daniel Connor, and today we're going to be talking about the greatest commandment, Deuteronomy 6:5. It says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength." You see, the reason why this is the greatest commandment is not only because it's telling us to love God, but later in Matthew chapter 22, verse 35 to 40, Jesus says that this is the greatest commandment. When the Pharisees asked him, one of them, an expert in the law, tested him with this question, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment of the law?" Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind." This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and prophets hang on these two commandments. So Jesus narrows down the whole law, the hundreds of laws and things that the Jews had to follow into two commandments. Love God with everything you've got, and love people with everything you've got. Because neighbors, they ask them what neighbors mean, and neighbors mean everybody. It can mean your enemies as well, people you don't like. See, this is just so important, and I want to bring to light as the word changes when he says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind." In Deuteronomy it says strength. But when I think the translation here, I don't think it's talking about strength as in muscles. I think it's talking about willpower. Because in the New Testament, he says mind. And I think love the Lord with everything you've got. Give it all you have, all your strength, not in the physical strength, but in your willpower, your strength, your mind, your ability to love God with everything you have. Also, you're not able to love God completely if you're not loving your neighbor as yourself. You see, in 1 John 4:20, it says, "If anyone says, 'I love God,' yet hates his brother, he is a liar. For anyone who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, cannot love God, whom he has not seen." So you can't go around and saying, "Yeah, I love God, but yeah, I don't like these people. I don't like those people." That includes racism as well. You can't say you don't like a group of people. You see them, and you don't see God. You can't say that you love God and yet hate your brother on earth. You see, God created them and loves them just as much as he created you and loves you unconditionally. See, to really love God, you have to love people as well. Like at Journey Church, I know their motto is love God more, love more people. You see, it all boils down to those two commands, to love God and to love people. Because really, if you're following those two commands, you're going to be following the rest of the rules. Because you're not going to be breaking rules all the time on purpose if you really love God. And you're not going to be loving people as yourself, really, if you're not loving God, because you can't. There's no way to biblically love people and all the neighbors and enemies as yourself if you're not truly loving God. And I just think it's so perfect that God chooses love as the greatest commandment of all these things. You see, it all boils down to love. The Jews at the time, they had so many laws and so many rules, and it was so easy just to get caught up in the motions and just do the laws and not really love. So God's not looking for the action as much as the heart, because if he has the heart, then he will get the action. If he has the action, he might not get the heart. So Jesus is saying this is the most important thing, is love God and love people. This has been One Verse. If you guys have any questions, just write them down in the comment section and I'll get back to you guys on that. Thank you.